Hello, I've just received my Lumia 610 and this is a grey import and we're going to unbox it and do a short review. As you can see, we've gone for the blue cyan Nokia. So of course the first thing in the box is of course the Lumia and the battery. Here is a pamphlet booklet. It's conveniently packaged and pretty nice. And then of course finally we have the USB charger and before I put the battery into the device, let's just have a quick look at the device. This side here has nothing on it, so no volume rockers or anything. On this side, however, you have the volume rocker, you have the power button, and you have the camera button. Up here you have, of course, the various headphone jack, USB jack, microphone, and of course the Windows button. Now the back just clips off and it takes a micro SIM and we can put the battery in. Now a lot of people might be wondering how cyan the Lumia 610 is. Now this is the Nintendo 3DS. Now on the camera it looks very close to the Lumia, but in actual fact the 3DS is a little bit more teal rather than cyan. But if you have a 3DS, the similar hues and color layers can be expected for the Lumia with the cyan on the back here and the more deeper blue around the edge. However, it is not similar to the 3DS in the regards the 3DS once again is more teal than cyan. So this is the first time, help if I push the power button in. Alright, so it's vibrating to indicate that it's plugged in. And it's turning on. So it displays the Nokia logo. And this is the first boot up, so it might take a little while. And it also will take a little while because the Lumia 610 has 256 megabytes of RAM instead of the 512 which the other Windows Phone devices have. It also has a lower spec processor inside it. Alright, so this is the default basic setup screen for the Windows series. You've got the emergency call, get started, and eventually it's basically you go through, put in time, date, whatever. It's pretty simple. So this is the next screen, which is the language settings. So there's only English, United Kingdom, or United States. So as an Australian, I think it's best for the UK English SIM error because I don't have a SIM in here. But accept the agreement. And recommended. And Canberra, Melbourne, Sydney. Now, so we put the date in. Next, and then we log in, sign in. It's probably gonna not like it because I'm not connected to Wi-Fi or anything. So we'll just skip to installing the applications. Now a lot of people will have complaints about the screen, but I find the screen is very comparative to Generation 1 Windows Phone devices, and if not, it is also much more smoother and more more elegant than the Mozart's. So I'll get a Mozart out in a second and compare the screens, but I'm pretty sure the screens will be very comparative So I've got the default Lumia setup. So we've got a few regional Chinese applications because once again, grey import device. Screen works relatively well, and for a lower spec phone, you know, there's not that much lag or interference between the swiping, and it's a lot smoother because I've looked at other people's hands-on demos and they don't really know how to use Windows to begin with. They're very you know, they'd be hesitating, sort of like I'm doing in a sense, like I'm sort of hesitating, but they do things like I just did there, and you know, pretend they're clicking on it, but they're not really, and so it just looks like it's much less smooth. So it's a very smooth phone. No, well, you shouldn't expect that it's worse or any better than previous experiences. If you've used Windows phones before on the high spec phones, it'll definitely be worse, but it's not bad, and it's for a temporary phone, because I'm only using this until the Windows 8 phones come out. It will be satisfactory, and if people pick this up for their, you know, phone they use all the time for an extended period of time, maybe a few more years, without adapting straight away to Windows Phone 8, I believe that it is a suitable phone, even though it's lower spec, and you know, it's got the, you know, a few apps don't. So I've just added my email accounts to the Lumia, and I've brought over a Mozart, which I will demonstrate how the screen works alongside the Lumia screen. And I've noticed, or at least I think, that these are definitely much lighter on the Lumia. So they have that sort of a, not exactly yellowish or white, but it's a different tinge compared to that. Screen wise, it does look a little bit more blue in the Mozart, but overall they're very comparative screens. The Nokia's is much more of an LCD screen, and even the Mozart hasn't got anything special really on it, so they're both very basic panels. So overall it's very comparative with Gen 1 devices. Now I'm going to do a few little housekeeping. As you can see, mail just came. Catherine, I bought for the 360. So hopefully at some point I'll be able to play that. So just a few little housekeeping things. I'm gonna, obviously I've put in my email account, so you know, now I've got my Me tiles there. So I don't want that. What is that? Alarms. Well, I don't want that. Don't want that. Don't want that. Don't want WeChat, Nokia apps. In fact, I'll pretty much remove most of these apps from my home screen. Usually I just keep mail, calendar, you know, the bare basics on my home screen. If I'm going to use, say, this is once again, on other videos, people will be like, oh, it's a phone. This is actually me. I'm looking through the camera screen and not the actual device, so I keep missing it. Yeah. I don't think I really want pictures there, but I'll keep that there for now. I'm happy with that. Alright, so emails. How do I make it? I think I do it in the tab here, if I remember right. Link inboxes, yep. Let's link my other accounts. No. That's a bit weird. I shall figure it out later when I'm not trying to record stuff. But yeah, overall it's very fluid and yeah, pretty good device. I'm happy with it.